Okay, let's try this again. This is my M105 A2 trailer. It was purpose built to go behind the M35 A2s, otherwise known as the Deuce and a Halves. And this one is one of the rarer ones, because as you can see it's got the CBC hard top on it. These in standard configuration came with troop and general cargo sides with bows and a cover on it. Canvas, usually a canvas cover, just like the back of the general purpose M35s. I imported this like I did my M35 from the US. My M35 being a multi-fuel, a really rare one here. And this one was refurbished. Well, this one can actually show you. This one will, in 09, by its original manufacturing, it was sent back and refurbished, basically stripped, any broken or worn parts taken off of it and brand new parts put on and repainted, and that's what it cost the US government, or should I say the US taxpayers, to do it. Now, and of course, what did they do after they did that? They surplused it out. It was sold as surplus. How's that for bright thinking? I know, spending people's money, other people's money. Anyway, all the grease nipples on this thing are brand new, as you can see, with covers. I've lubricated the landing gear on this, which is really heavy duty, and it works smooth as now. The only thing I've really had to do to it was this line here, which goes into for the lights. I had to replace that because the forklift driver who was shuffling it around when it was being shipped here. Actually, there's a data plate that goes on here as well. He's kind of torn that, so I'm going to get another one. But he also severed the cable. He's also severed the cable out there, so I had to get a brand new one. And I've obviously since fitted that, and I've given it a clean and everything, and I've just bought some tarp because I'm typical. Now it's the end of summer. I finally got around to buy. As you can see, the tyres are like brand new. Even still got the little. You can see it's still got the little bits and pieces on them. I forget what they call them. And the metalwork, as you can see, it's brand new. Frame is completely clean. Well, apart from dust that's been accumulating on it since I've had it. I've gone around, I've cleaned all re-lubricated all the lubrication points on the suspension and everything. The stabilizer bar on the back is, apart from a little bit of a scratch on it, which is neither here nor there, works, is straight, is undamaged, which is kind of rare for these trailers. Usually somebody generally always forgets to lock it back up before they take off, and it has a tendency to generally rip them off. This has air over hydraulic brakes, obviously, because it has to operate on the same brake system as its tow vehicle. The axle on these things are well beyond the official load capacity, load carrying capacity of what these are actually rated for, which, yeah, obviously you saw on the data plate is 1.5 tons, but they've been known to throw twice that in these things. As you can see, tyres effectively new on these. So I bought some tarp yesterday actually, and I'm actually going to cover them up so our UV, our sun doesn't dry rot the tyres. I've also got some protectors for the tyres. Right, you can see the frame is absolutely, everything in this thing is like new. Right, apart from at the moment it's covered in dust. Oh, and my pet spiders have been doing their best to help me protect. So good on them. And here we go. For the door holder. See, let's see if I can show you inside. You can actually, it's actually got steps, so you can step, and you can actually, I believe you can actually load stuff on the top as well. Here we go. Door, as you can see, sealed. And I do believe they also use these in the field in Iraq and that, over in the sandbox, as temporary shelters for gas attacks. So these, as you can see, oops, can be locked together, so they operate as one door. Alright, but as you can see, like I said, refurbished, clean. I have had some stuff stored in here and transported in here, hence the scuff marks and a little bit of debris, but I did have all this cleaned at one point. You can see you've got air vents which operate in both directions in there. Oh, you saw those from the side, I think. Right, cabling ports, so you can actually have radio, radar, all sorts of electrical equipment in here, so you've got electrical ports in there just in case you need them. Some straps, I think that's where they put there for antennas and stuff. But yeah, this thing is in absolutely brilliant, and getting one that actually has the hardtop on it like this is rare. They normally have the stake sides with the troop seats on them, and bows and canvas cover for it. So they're normally in the same configuration as the general purpose truck, troop cargo carrier truck, which I have, of course, otherwise I wouldn't have. What purpose would I have buying one of these, right? So anyway, I'll leave there. There we go. So anyway, like I said, the only work I've done on this thing, what I had to do was replace the lead on the front, which the stupid forklift driver broke. I actually swapped these bolts over because these were the other way around with a thread, and they were pressing on here on this part of the light. So I've actually swapped both those bolts around, so as you can see they're free of the light, because I don't want all the small vibrations digging in and chewing it up. Yes, I am that pedantic. Sorry about that, but that's me. So anyway, this is my M105 trailer. So, and there's a air vent on the other side. Obviously the cargo bed cover can be lifted off. Obviously you've got your lifting points, air vents, and what have you. So I'm going to, later on today, I'm going to wrap the wheels in the two little mini tarps I got to protect it from our sun and our UV, because I don't want these brand new tyres on them. Right? Getting dry rotted, etc. So basically all I have to do, I'm actually in the process of breaking this lunette loose, because this actually rotates, so you can change the height, because this will come down here, right? Depending, because you can actually tow it with other vehicles as well. I've got to break mine because mine's kind of been in there so long it's corroded in. So I've just got to break that loose, and I can clean it up, lubricate it, put it back in, and she's all good to go. Then I can go get this thing on club plates. So anyway, I'll add video of my M35 deuce and a half to this, and hopefully oh damn, I don't have keys to my workshop. But anyway, I've got another little thing I want to show you too. Okay, this is my International D1310. Now I picked this up just as to have as a little bit of a something to play with, work on, and have some fun with. I can just, use it for general duty stuff, for jobs, around the house and at my sister's place and my mother's place out in the country. Right. And the guy who had it, he couldn't get it running. He bought it, I believe, I was told, as a project for his father. And see, I love the floating hitch on the back of this thing. It's got suspension on it. You don't really see that. Yeah. And all I've done to this thing so far is, to get it roadworthy, is I've done the brakes, had to replace a brake line, put brand new tyres on it, just for my own personal shits and giggles. I put the hubcaps on, got brand new hubcaps for it. Hubcaps. Holy hand grenades. What's with my brain this morning? Mud flaps, as you can see. Pretty much describes me to a T. And at the moment all I've got to do is reconnect the horn wire. As you can hear, I've got it running. It runs beautifully now. It was like literally there was one of the carbies, because it's actually got the twin carby set up out of the International military trucks, the 6x6s. So I had to do that. Oh, there was a little bit of a rust hole in the floor in the corner there. Had that fixed. As you can see, clean. running beautifully. Used on the military truck. On the international, the 6x6 and stuff that the international used to make. And somebody at some point has put them on here. And I believe if still in the 1 and 6 had a tendency to run lean because distance they had to travel down the runners to get there. This is what I'm told. I haven't actually don't know personally for sure, but mine had to be beefed up a thing. I had to completely reset the mixtures because one was almost blocked, shut off. And reset the mixtures, reset the idle. The air filter when I got it was almost completely blocked. This thing would not, even downhill, it literally would not go above 60 km. Right, now I'll put a brand new air filter in it, the carbons are all reset, yada yada yada. And after I'd gotten it going, so, oh yeah, I put brand new headlights on it, in it, because the headlights that were in it, I drove it once at night. Seriously, you could have held your cigarette lighter out the window and the lights you would have got more light. The reflectors in them, the lights, there must have been the original lights in them. The reflectors themselves were like grey paint. Like really faded grey paint. And that's how much effect they had. I've still actually got to put reconnect the wires for the lights, the park lights, back up, because I have repainted this gold. I've repainted the international badge. I've put the lights in. I've just got to reconnect the wires to those park lights in the front, and we're good to go. Oh yeah, and just do the horn, and we're good to go. So this is one of my other little vehicles I've got in my motor pool, and we'll just let it sit there and warm itself up for a while. Beautiful.